number 55, and Cameron Verrecchio from Berwyn. Verrecchio, familiar name in Berwyn Racing, in truck number 54. We are ready for action. A great escape for Cicerelli, but on the outside, look at Chapman go, and Chapman is able to helter-skelter his way into the lead.
A good run there for the top spot and battle for second, starting to heat up. Ken Cassidy in that 11 all over the back bumper. That 27 of Cicerelli, as they come off of turn number 4, gets a dive bomb down to the inside, takes away that number 2 spot.
Boy, you don't see too many crossover moves in a truck, but Ken Cassidy just executed one against Cicerelli. Running fourth is Ari Jensick, but a huge lead opened up by the length of the George Washington Bridge for Tyler Chapman.
Off of turn number 2 as the trucks start to stretch themselves out, and Cassidy trying to close in the gap. 1.4 seconds the last time they crossed the stripe. Let's see what it is this time as they hit lap number 3, and it is down to 1.4 seconds.
So Cassidy trying to come on like a gangbuster in that number 11 truck. 65 wins in the mini stocks and 1 win in the trucks, 5 mini stock championships. And third is Cicerelli. Then we have Ari Jensick doing a great job, and Nathan Smith has picked up a spot since the start of the race, and he has the advantage over Cameron Verrecchio.
Yeah, that battle down into 3 and 4. Verrecchio closing right back on the back bumper. Taking a look to the outside of Smith as that East Coast collision machine tries to hold that bottom lane down. Your lead dwindling just a little bit, about 1/10 of a second per lap. And it's going to, if it keeps like this, it's going to be close when they throw the checkered flag.
So the gap is 1.2 seconds separating Tyler Chapman from Ken Cassidy Jr. A solid run so far for Lou Cicerelli. And then it is Ari Jensick, and she has to hold off Smith and Verrecchio. But I think things are about to heat up as it is 1 second even between Chapman and Cassidy. So Cassidy is starting to get closer.
Closing in the gap little by little as they cross the stripe. It is down to, well, it's the same that time.
Yeah, well, Cassidy getting close enough to read the fine print on the advertising on the back of Chapman's tailgate. As Chapman, he is able to slingshot his way off the corner. Let's see what the margin is. 0.9. Cassidy getting a little better.
Trying to find a little bit of a quicker groove around the 3/8 mile oval as he tries to charge down your leader, Tyler Chapman. Chapman rolls off of turn number 4, doing everything he can, try to put the fastest lap across the stripe, and he opens it up that time to 1 second.
So that was a pretty good lap for Chapman.
Cassidy's got a problem down the back straightaway. Heard a pop as he went into turn number 1, and he has pulled that 11 down to the infield.
That is not left over from July 4th. That was something serious going on with Cassidy's truck. So that makes things a little easier for Tyler Chapman. Moving into second is Lou Cicerelli as they screech, and no trouble for Verrecchio as...
Well, we'll get back to Dave in a couple of minutes. Right now we're about to get back to racing. Chapman and Cicerelli on the front row, winding it up off of turn number 4. Set sail at the top of the field with Cicerelli with some pressure behind.
And now Nathan Smith, he is in a battle for third and fourth, as making the climb on the outside is Ari Jensick, and Smith beats her to the line in a fight for third.
Down off of turn number 2. Take a look at the left rear of that 55, though. I'm not sure if I saw some smoke coming from that. As we hit the halfway point, 12 down, 13 to go. We'll keep an eye on it as he heads down the front straightaway.
We'll see if it's serious smoke or Ryan Morgan type smoke.
Well, it might have just been the glare from the bus window.
And it is Cicerelli holding on to the number 2 spot. Frolicking his way into the lead is Tyler Chapman. He is at turn number 2 before anybody else gets to turn 1. And Jensick getting a battle from Verrecchio. Cameron Verrecchio was there as those two trucks are riveted together. Round goes Verrecchio, and Jensic able to save it, but Verrecchio does not, but he is able to get it moving again until he got to the grass. And then, so we are ready for thunder. The lightning bolts are out of the sky, and out back into the lead is Chapman.
Chapman gets a good jump contact between Smith and Ciccarelli, and the 27 gets sideways, goes around.
Boy, it looked like that 27 car was possessed, and the yellow came out again.
And we're back
and
under
we
yellow.
only went through 2 turns. As we get ready to flash dance into turn number 1, it is Chapman. Who will challenge him for second? Verrecchio is the answer to that question.
Verrecchio gets the jump. Smith up to third now as they head down the back straightaway. Jensic sitting fourth as they come off of turn number 4 with 9 laps to go.
And already starting to stretch his lead is Chapman. The drama is for second and third. Verrecchio has a spot right now. The podium would be very meaningful for both Cameron Verrecchio and Nathan Smith. So the 13-year-old is coming of age here in this truck feature.
A problem on the transponder for the 54 of Verrecchio. The timing and scoring shows him in 5th, as does the leaderboard, but he is in the 2nd spot. I do not believe he's lost a lap.
Well, he might not be in second for much longer as he skids across the line to get out and establish his lead. Let's see if he can do it as they rumble their way off turn number 4.
One more time, they wind it up, and Chapman picks up right where he left off, leading the charge down at a 1. Nate Smith up into the 2nd spot, and problems on the 27 of Ciccarelli as he goes around in turn 2. He keeps that truck rolling. We stay green as Chapman has already put some time between he and the rest of the field, but Ciccarelli conform more to these rules than the Seekonk rules, and tonight he's running in the number 2 spot.
And giving him the go-ahead is Craig Merriman, and it is Chapman again. As he was launched from Cape Canaveral, getting the advantage over Smith, Verrecchio, followed by Jensic, and then at the rear of the field is Ciccarelli. And these laps can't tick off the scoreboard quickly enough for Tyler Chapman.
Well, we're down to 5 to go as they tiptoe their way off of turn number 2 and down into 3. Problems on the 54 of Verrecchio again as he spins for the 4th time. And it looks like he's going to keep
still
it going.
under green as Verrecchio gets that car moving very sluggishly, but it is moving. He stays down low, and Chapman is able to whirlwind around him. So Verrecchio, that truck is on life support, and it is Chapman. The only guy he has to worry about right now is Nathan Smith. Verrecchio off the track.
So down into 3 and 4 with the 2 to go signal. Tyler Chapman in control out front by 3 seconds plus across the stripe. Nate Smith sitting in the number 2 spot with the 71 of Ariana Jensic sitting 3rd. And 4th is Lou Ciccarelli.
The white flag comes out, and here's Tyler Chapman as he's able to shotgun his way into turn number 1, as this is coronation time. One more last lap before the celebration. Tyler Chapman is in turn 3 heading for home.
Checkered flag high in the air as Tyler Chapman rolls off the corner. He'll pick up the win here this evening. 2nd place going to Nate Smith. With 3rd going to Ariana Jensic, Lou Ciccarelli 4th, Cameron Verrecchio, and Ken Cassidy rounding out the field.
So Verrecchio and Cassidy did not finish. Cassidy.
I really wish Cassidy didn't break. We would have had a good battle at the end there. We were pretty close to lap times all day. I'd like to thank everybody that helps me out. My spotter's not even here today. My dad spotted for me. One of my other buddies, Josh, he helps me out a lot. He's not here. I'd like to thank my dad, Rick, my stepdad, my mom. I'd like to thank Toby. He's helped me out a lot. And I'd like to thank all my sponsors, like thank B&W Paving, Advanced Resources, and Concrete Slabs by Draft.